Every single one of us is going to feel stuck. It is natural. It's inevitable. It happens to all of us. What really matters is how are you going to move through that? What are you going to do? So I really want to share with you today 5 steps to stop feeling it, to stop feeling stuck, to stop being in that space. Hey there, Jodie Bentley here, actor and branding and career coach for actors. And today I want to talk about 5 steps to stop feeling stuck in your career. Now let's be honest. Every single one of us is going to feel stuck at some point. It is natural. It's inevitable. It happens to all of us. So what really matters is how are you going to move through that? What are you going to do? So I really want to share with you today 5 steps to stop feeling it, to stop feeling stuck, to stop being in that space. And it doesn't take a lot of time. So if you're feeling stuck, stop your multitasking right now. Grab a pen and paper and write this shit down. So number 1 is you get to admit that you don't know what you don't know. You get to admit that you don't know what you don't know. And that's the thing. Sometimes we feel stuck because we keep doing the same things. You're like, well, I've always reached out to casting this way. I've always done my agent campaigns this way. Well, these have always been my headshots and they worked for a while. I'm going to keep using them. Well, that's my reel. That's what I did. My friend edited it last year, so I'm going to keep doing it. Like, we just keep doing what we know, or I've always approached goals this way. I've always reached out to casting this way. So what we get to admit that you don't know what you don't know. Something isn't working. There's a piece that is missing and you just might not know what it is. And that's okay. Or maybe you know what it is and you just don't know how to solve it, which we'll talk about in a minute. But you get to admit to yourself, okay, I don't know what I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. But what I'm currently doing isn't working 100%. Or what I'm currently doing isn't bringing me joy. It isn't fulfilling me. It isn't getting me the results that I want. But you get to admit you don't know what you don't know. You know, sometimes I have clients come to me and then I'll say, oh, okay, well, why don't we, examine your casting director strategy? I've worked on that before. It doesn't work. Okay, well, why don't we tweak your branding? No, my branding's fine. I've worked on that before. It's good. It doesn't matter. And it's it's interesting, the resistance that comes up, or the thought of, I know that. So if you're feeling stuck, we get to eliminate the I know that and admit that you don't know what you don't know. Number 1. Second step, really examine what is working in your career and what's not. What is working? You know what? My branding really is working. I feel really good about that. I get great feedback on my pictures. This headshot calls me in all the time. I'm feeling really good about my headshots as a marketing tool and that I know who I am. Then on the flip side of that, you got to figure out what's not working. Well, what's not working is I'm not getting in the rooms that I want to get into. What's not working is my communication with my agent is really lacking. What's not working is whatever, X, Y, Z, right? So really examine, as opposed to I'm stuck and I don't know what to do, right? Which is a victim place. Really go, you know what? This is working well. Hooray me. And this, not so much. So really examine that and get honest with yourself. Step 3, identify your own pain point. So what do I mean by that? It's probably the thing that you're resisting doing the most. So I have a client I've been working with in my mastermind group, and social media strategy has been rolling over on his list every week. It's something he's really resisting. So we are definitively working on it now, but it's so interesting. He's like, I want to build more relationships and opportunities and be seen more. But yet the thing he gets to be focusing on, he's not, right? Again, that's why we work together, to get him to do that. Now, you get to identify your own pain point. What is that? Maybe you've been resisting branding. Maybe you're like, branding doesn't work. I heard so-and-so say I don't need to do it, and so-and-so say I don't need to do it, so I'm not going to do it. But maybe the thing you're resisting is actually the thing that's going to help move the needle. So identify what that pain point is. What is that thing that you are really resisting? And step 4, why are you resisting it? Get honest with yourself as to why. Well, I'm really resisting social media because I'm afraid of the backlash. Because if I really shine, if I really put myself out there, if I really put my point of view out there, people might not like it. I don't want to deal with those comments. I don't want to deal with negativity. So I'm just not going to do it. Right? So getting to the truth of why you're resisting it, as opposed to I just don't like it, or I just don't think it's going to work, or so and so said it doesn't work, or whatever it may be. Right? Those blanket statements. Let's get deeper than those blanket statements to find out what your truth is. Why are you resisting it? I'm sure at the base of it really is because I'm scared. My client is scared to put himself out on social media because of potential repercussions that he's imagining in his head. So really, and that's step 4, get honest with yourself as to why. And step 5, it's a big one. You ready? Decide to change it. Decide. It's up to you to decide. So admit you don't know what you don't know. Examine what's working and what's not. Really identify your pain point and what you're resisting. Narrow down why, truth of why you are resisting it. And then make a choice. Make a choice to change it, or else you are going to stay stuck. It's up to you to move forward and through it. But when we can really identify the why and really identify what is getting in our way and what's not working, but what is, then we can start to get clarity on the picture of what's happening and make a choice to do things differently. Make a choice. So step 5, decide. Those are my 5 steps to stop feeling unstuck. So if you have been feeling stuck for a while, I invite you to do this right now. Stop this video, get out your pen and paper, do it. And if you are tired of feeling stuck, tell me in the comments, please. Tell me in the comments that you're tired of it and that you're ready to decide to change it. That's the most important part. It starts with that. All right, let me know how you feel in the comments. I trust this is helpful. I'll see you next time. Bye.